cycle of life on this very planet. You have a beginning, and you have an ending. As each cycle occurs, the souls living are forced to make a decision. They must choose to live life following either the stoic path of devoutness and worship that many believe eventually leads to an afterlife of eternal bliss, or they may choose to live life following the opulent path of hedonism and non-belief, which many believe leads only to eternal damnation. In this day and age, the time of choice is strongly upon us. A lotus of the night, a simple dark lotus, has emerged from sacred soil.
Well, let us delve very briefly into the history of what is known as the Ancient Ones. What were they in modern terminology, and where did they come from? In the ancient arcane tomes of Aion, the spirit guardian, or in Native American folklore he is known as the Great Firebird Phoenix, it speaks of ancient evils of the primordial darkness similar to that of the Cthulhu mythos of H.P. Lovecraft's novels. However, the reality of these descriptions are widely embellished but still interesting nonetheless. Through cross-referencing the time frame round when these volumes of ancient lore speak of with other cultures' legends and myths, I've discovered that these ancient gods, as they eventually became worshipped as, such as the Titans' ancestors, they referred to in a simple unified description known as chaos. The origins of chaos and the appearance of the first Titans marks a transition point of the dominant life that existed on the surface. These tales of ancient creatures with hunger for flesh in large quantities just to sustain and satisfy the appetite were actually descriptions of the reptilian dinosaurs by the early species of mankind. It seems that there was a slowly evolving transition of reptilian creatures upon the planet, but then at one point, which is referred to as an event that has been called the fall of the lunar goddess onto the earth. The legends say that one day an object said to have been almost the size of the moon fell from the sky. It was so big they thought it was the moon, and when it struck the earth it uprooted the trees and for miles and created a massive wave of dust and dirt that swept over the land and swallowed everything in its path. The earth, they said, shuddered so bad from the size of the object that the shock wave sent the continental drift into motion and caused a crack in the earth on the opposite side of the impact, which is now known as the Ring of Fire. It is around this time that archaeologists suggest that there was a drastically sharp change in evolution that took the world from reptilians ruling the earth to the first development of humans. This event of the fall of the goddess Luna is also known as the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. However, from what the legends continue to describe, was not as archaeologists depicted it. Though the asteroid that struck did create a huge cloud of destruction, it was not what killed most of the dinosaurs on the planet. It's what was embedded within the asteroid that killed most of them off. Microbacterial organisms within the asteroid that were released into the air along with large amounts of ionized gamma wave particles that it had picked up while traveling through space also saturated the air, especially around the impact site. This caused a rapid mutated cellular mitosis to occur with the new bacteria within the atmosphere. The irradiated bacteria soon passed the cycle of cellular mitosis and instead mutated itself into the evolutionary process that eventually led to the emergence of the evolution from bacteria, through the similar process that we go through during the first trimester of fetal development, as it evolved into a new species on the planet which became known as mankind. Just as the coronavirus does, it took and adapted the qualities from every species and life form it encountered and built itself into a more efficient life form. To do this, however, it had to interact with those life forms it copied its self-genetic augmentation structures from through a viral infection. That is why we humans have a piece of almost every other life form's genetic code within our cellular structure, because long before we were pools of bioplasma within the ocean, we first were the bacteria that killed the reptilian species that was on this world. We were what really killed the dinosaurs. Then the cosmic ions and gamma waves caused that bacteria to mutate into an evolutionary species that began its complex carbon molecular development in a safe environment in the waters of the ocean, and evolution continued from there, then one day to land. But I'm sure you think I'm talking about the evolution from monkey to man. No, I'm not, for we, the humans that we're today, as in Homosapiens, did not evolve from the race of monkey descendants that were here originally. No, they died off around the time of the extinction of the Neanderthal species, who were the original monkey descendants. We adapted their genetic attributes as well. However, all of our adapted qualities did not work out the errors and genetic malformations until the Younger Dryas period, which was still flawed, but that was when we basically were efficient enough to have all the adapted information work together in symbiosis. But now it seems things have come full circle and we now stand where the dinosaurs once stood. An asteroid has entered our atmosphere recently, carrying with it just the right amount of iron and gamma wave particles with a similar microbacteria that we originally came from, and is doing to us what we did to the dinosaurs. Infecting and adapting each host's genetic information to allow it to evolve into a more efficient microorganism until it's ready to evolve into a microbiome and eventually one day become the next dominant species on Earth, as they will probably have our fossils in museum displays trying to figure out what killed us and who we were. Either that, or it could also be that this bacteria has been here all this time, frozen and preserved in some glacial structure.
That music. Jafar, you must come and see this.
Hey, clear the way in the old bazaar. Hey, you let us through. It's a bright new star. Oh, come be the first on your block to meet his eye. Make way, here he comes, ring bells, bang the drums. Are you gonna love this guy? Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa. Genuflect, show some respect, down on one knee. Now try your best to stay calm, brush up your Sunday salam, and come and meet his spectacular coterie. Prince Ali, mighty is he, Ali Ababa. Strong as 10 regular men, definitely.
My knees praying to my Alibaba. Can you hear me every time I scream and holler? I'm just a killer with problems I wanna fucking release. Without the help of a therapist, my family or a priest. In the wilderness of Kadesh, man, cup and urgent. Apocalypse of the seven churches. In the wilderness of Kadesh, man, cup and urgent. Apocalypse of the seven churches. Floating on a magic carpet with a fat sword. It's Joe Bruce of the Lotus Ward. Ish, now you could try to rub my lamp. I might float out and spike your ass like vamp. I bow to the pyramid, I do confide. The secrets of the carnival are deep inside. Disrespected, foolish, hocus pocus. I split your forehead and plant my lotus. You don't know what this killer's all about. I might sever your head off and fuck your mouth. Bells and chimes ring 17 times. Faceless souls act out like mimes. Pegasus cry as gargoyles take eyeballs from heads like skinless grapes. Even kings will fall to their knees and end up only knowing one word. See?
Prince Ali, mighty is he, Ali Ababa. Strong as 10 regular men, definitely. He faced the galloping hordes.
100 bad guys with swords.
Who sent those goons to their lord? Why, Prince Ali.
He's got 75 golden candles.
Don't they look lovely, June?
Purple peacocks, he's got 50
Fabulous, Harry. I love the feathers. When it comes to exotic type mammals, has he got a zoo? And I'm telling you, it's a world-class menagerie. Prince Ali, handsome as he, Ali Ababa. That's physique, how can I speak? Wicked the name. Well, get on out in that square. Adjust your veil and prepare to gawk and grovel and stare at Prince Ali.
Legendary land of Alibaba, a place of genies and flying covers. What you wish for, rubber lamp? Take a chance in the land where the genies and the gypsies dance. Magical realms are held high, visions of wishes. And I can see them all die, cause the vision is vicious. I'm a warlock, wand waver, vagabond. Have you talking backwards, Alibaba?
Alibaba, frog legs, eyes of a cat, teeth teeth of a piranha, scale of a fish, a dream of a wish. Sight beyond sight, you never picture this. Talk in reverse, then it shall appear. Standing in front of you with a smile ear to ear. Summoned, called upon from world to world, and he leaving with the souls of the boys and girls.
Children of the damned, demons roll me out of sector, searching out the dark professor, black magician, fallen Christian, warlock, when wishes anything your eye envision, freaking you without admission, call him Holy Bible. Pray to the Father. Now you're left to burn forever, all the demons cry together, tear your body limb for limb, only demons call upon him. In the wilderness of Kadesh, man, laugh, cup and urgent, apocalypse of the seven churches. In the wilderness of Kadesh, man, laugh, cup and urgent, apocalypse of the seven churches.
Heard your princess was a sight lovely to see, and that good people is why he got down up and dropped by.
The 60 elephants